Hey guys, thanks for joining me on scouting locations for my next short film. I'll tell you how I got here in a minute, but first we gotta go way back.
Oh, too far. We have to go back to the 11th grade when I didn't know what I wanted to do for my career. I didn't know what to do for the longest time, so I randomly decided to go into film for my extracurricular class. We had to go there for 3 hours a day, Monday through Friday, and it seems like it's crazy, but it's really not. Like, let me tell you, it was the best experience ever. I had so much fun in that class, and I made these lifelong friends that want to make films with me when I'm older. It was a place to hang out and make serious or funny videos. We were basically a family.
After that, my girlfriend and I moved around after graduation, and we decided to go to college in Orlando. I found out that I wanted to make people laugh or feel a certain way through my actions, and that is all film is based around. This is why it is my purpose. My strengths are woo, adaptability, positivity, includer, and activator. These all make me who I am. With woo and includer, I'm always trying to make friends, and I'm always trying to stay positive, and I'm always trying to actively do something. My goals are to become a filmmaker no matter the job, as long as I can make them laugh. All of them are fun and important to me. I decided to go to
Valencia College!
for 2 years to get my AA degree in general studies so I could transfer to UCF. It was an amazing experience to do this, and it was $3,000 on my part because my parents paid for the first year, which was really helpful. Besides doing my prereqs for my bachelor's degree, I took this class called NSC, or New Student Experience. It is probably the best class I've ever taken, and it really helped me through a lot, career and academic-wise. I learned to plan more and learned what classes I wanted to take to get where I am today. I met a lot of people there, some of which are my best friends still to this day. Some resources that helped me were the Advising Center, Career Center, and Professor Brooker, who was my advisor and also my NSC teacher. Once I got my AA degree from Valencia, I used their program Direct Connect and transferred to UCF, and it was a lot easier to do it that way. I had to send in a portfolio to UCF so I could get into the film program that I wanted to get into. I got my BFA in film, and it cost me $12,000 for the last 2 years at UCF. I used some grants and scholarships to pay for it, but it was still pretty expensive. After I graduated from UCF, I stayed in Orlando for a couple of years. They do have a pretty big film community there, so I still made short films with my friends. I ended up working for a small company and edited videos for them. It was actually a really fun job. After a couple years of being there, one of my friends who worked there was moving to Georgia for a big film job. He asked me to come along, and I said yes. I tried out for the job and I sent my resume in, and they hired me on the spot. I think they chose me to become their cinematographer because I had positivity, adaptability, and I was an activator. I always try to get the best shots, and this job is one step closer to reaching my goal, to be a lead cinematographer. I did that for a couple of years, and finally they asked me to be one of their main cinematographers. That was very big for me because most people take 10 to 15 years to become a main cinematographer. As a cinematographer, I have to go on site every day, wherever it may be, and shoot for 8 to 14 hours. That sounds pretty crazy, but a lot of times you're just sitting around. I always make sure that I have the best shots, especially because I work with my first assistant who pulls the focus so I can pay attention to the action. I also have to work with the actors and make sure that their heads aren't out of frame or anything like that, and also I have to work with the director because he's calling all the shots. As an editor, I can work from home at my office, and I usually have to set up the shots, put them in After Effects, maybe do some titles, transitions. I have to sync up the audio correctly so it doesn't sound weird, and I have to make the whole thing fluent. I'm basically creating the story with the director. And as an actor, I always have to read the script and make sure it sounds real, because if it looks fake or bad, the audience is going to know that it's fake and bad, and then they're not going to be immersed into the story that they think. I have to work with the director. He tells me where to go and how to say things, and a lot of times they're mean, and you might think that they're mean, but a lot of times they're actually really nice. Usually, a day in the life of what I do is I wake up and get ready, grab my camera bag and laptop, and head downtown. I usually have a flexible schedule. Sometimes I'm making a short film, and sometimes I'm shooting for TV, or even shooting a live interview. This is why I love my work, because I can do all these random things, and it is always something different.
Depending on what I do, I need organization, patience, and tolerance. I also need computer skills, camera skills, and an eye for perfection. I need the ability to work for long periods of time, to deal with everybody's egos in the room, and also to deal with the director, because sometimes if we butt heads, it's not going to turn out well. Also, I interviewed the film teacher at Valencia. He told me to always shoot something, edit something, or act something every single day, and actually, it's really helpful. It helped me with this project a lot, and I thank him for that. This is how I got here, and I'm not done. In a couple of years, I know I will get a job offer to move to California and be a director of photography. Who knows, you might even see me on the big screen. You just have to know the right people.